today that we're gonna go do some local antique shopping. I'm gonna bring you along to Cave City, Kentucky, and we're gonna go browse through some of their local antique stores. This is a town about 15 minutes away from where I live and where I grew up. So I grew up going to these antique stores with my parents, and it is just like stepping back in time. It is such a quaint little town, and we're also gonna get some local coffee from a new coffee shop that just recently opened. And I hope that you enjoy this little antique shopping day. I can't wait to see what all that we find and just bring you along for it. So let's get going. Okay friends, our first stop is going to be to go get a coffee, and like I mentioned, this coffee shop recently opened up in March of this year, and this building has a lot of really cool history, so I thought that I would tell you a little bit about it. It was a popular downtown theater in the 1930s called Ace Theater, and it has now been named Ace Coffee as a tribute to the former Ace Theater. So much hard work has went into restoring this building and transforming it into this beautiful coffee shop, and the owner has even incorporated relics from the theater's past into the coffee shop, like old newspapers, photos, and telegraphs. They serve coffee, tea, baked goods, breakfast, brunch, and lunch, as well as products from local farms. They even have beautiful books set out that you can browse through as you sip on your coffee, and it is just such a beautiful atmosphere. I'm so thankful to have this new coffee shop in our community, and I have been really excited to share it with you all. They also roast all of their own coffee, and it is delicious. I got an iced caramel latte, and I highly recommend stopping by here if you're ever in the area. It's time to head into Four Seasons and Paul's Antiques. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I grew up visiting Paul's Antiques with my parents, so it's always really nostalgic when I stop in here. And the owner's mom was my 4th grade elementary school teacher, so it was so nice to catch up with her when we stopped in. They both work so hard to keep the store looking absolutely beautiful. I love how everything is displayed, and you never know what treasure that you will come across in here. The two stores used to be in separate buildings, but they are now combined, and you can get to both stores from one entrance. And like I said, it is filled with treasures around every corner. So we're going to start out on the Four Seasons side and make our way around. There is so much beautiful glassware, jadeite, lamps, vintage Christmas, blow molds, baskets, and so much more. So we're gonna get to looking around, and I'm gonna share with you all of the treasures. I loved this antique pie safe, all of these old Crocs, and then also this large Santa blow mold. I love how he's holding Christmas lights, and he was $125. This basket here full of vintage aprons. These were $15.95 each, which is a very reasonable price for vintage aprons. I might have to go back and get that one with the red for Christmas Every time I watch this clip back as I'm editing this video, I keep thinking about that apron, and I feel like I need it for my vintage Christmas decor this year, so I think I'm gonna go back and get that. But they just have some gorgeous vintage aprons with really pretty patterns, so I had fun going through all of those. Okay, we are now over on the Paws Antiques side. This is the cutest little butterbell that I have ever seen. It was $39.95, and then I also really loved these beautiful egg baskets. I also thought that these wooden cutting boards were such a good find. I love that they both have a little hole at the top where you can hang them, and they would look so gorgeous hanging in a kitchen. When you turn around the corner here, it leads back to a staircase to go upstairs where there are even more treasures. You will also pass by this wall of vintage quilts. I feel so inspired when I see old quilts. I just love them so much, and I love how they have these displayed. Upstairs has a lot of antique furniture, and I wish I had filmed more up here, but we were just taking in all of the beautiful old furniture. I really loved this blue cabinet with the glass doors, and then I also spotted these Churchill England bowls that were $10 each. Next, I spotted this big basket here, and you will see in the haul this did come home with me. This was only $5, and I just love the size and shape of this. It's just the perfect big basket, and I love baskets. You all know that if you watch my channel, so I was really excited about this vintage basket find. In one of my last videos, we talked about vintage dollhouses, and as soon as I spotted this little vintage rocking chair, I just thought of how cute it would be in one of those vintage dollhouses, so I had to get a little clip of that. And I also thought that these little teacups were so pretty on this little mug hanger, so I wanted to share that. And also this display of really beautiful vintage Christmas items just made me so excited for that time of year, and I love to look at all of the vintage Christmas when I'm in these shops, so I wanted to share these cute little vintage Santas. And that is going to be all of Paul's Antiques and Four Seasons. I'm so happy that I got to bring you along here. And now for our next stop, this is the old general store. This is such a neat place to shop and look around in. They have everything from antiques and collectibles to Kentucky handmade baskets, postcards, souvenirs, old-fashioned candies, fudge, and lots of other sweet treats. They have locally made candles and so much more. So I'm gonna browse around here and share some of the really cool finds that this place has and some of the pieces that I loved. I also saw that they have an online store where you can purchase some of their antique items, jewelry, candles, and things like that online, which I thought was really great that they offer online shopping as well. So I wanted to mention that. I will have their website down below. I loved these Mammoth Cave shirts. Mammoth Cave is a local national park, and you can do cave tours and go on trails. It is just one of our favorite places to go hike and just to visit. So I loved those little shirts that come with the hat, and that would definitely be a good place to check out too if you ever come to any of these antique shops. You've got to check out Mammoth Cave. But now, like I said, I'm just going to browse around and show you some of the really neat finds. Over in this section, they have a lot of work equipment and old tools and things like that. And I loved this vintage watering can. I think these are so cool, and I loved the size of that one. I love how they turned this flower hanging basket upside down and used it to hang pots and pans on. These copper pieces are so pretty, and they had really reasonable prices on these, and I thought that was just such a neat way to display them. I spotted lots of ironstone, crocks, and pottery pieces, which you all know I love. They had this whole wall of collected really unique mugs. I saw some spongeware. I loved that blue set of mugs, and just lots of really pretty, again, like pottery and stoneware pieces. This is a little downstairs area that is packed full of so many fun finds, so many gorgeous baskets and old books, lots of old glassware and pottery pieces. There was just so much to look through, and I really love this little area down here. This is usually where I will come and find things occasionally. Lots of like crock pottery bowls and things like that in this area, and so I just wanted to share with you some of the things I loved down here. I really hope you enjoyed seeing what some of the antique shops local to our little area have. I want to make this a series on my channel and share with you more local places to antique shop and visit, because I get so many questions all the time on what are my favorite local places and where I like to antique shop and thrift. So I want to do more of these. I've shared some of the antique shops in Horse Cave before as well, and I would really like to take you back there soon to some of those stores again, maybe this fall, because it's been over a year since I have brought you along to those stores with me, and there are some new shops that have opened up, so I think that that would be fun to do again. And there are some more shops here in Cave City as well that I would love to share with you, so be on the lookout for those videos coming soon. I'm also going to share with you the pieces I brought home today from the antique shops, and then there was also an estate sale going on that we stopped at on this day, so I wanted to share my finds with you from that as well, and then my plans for how I'm going to use all these pieces in our home. So now we will get into the haul. Okay, now I'm going to share with you what I brought home today and what I found while we were out antiquing. I didn't find as much as I normally do, so this is going to be definitely one of my smaller hauls, but the pieces that I did find are just amazing and I'm really excited about them. So the piece that I got from Paul's Antiques is this amazing basket. I found this upstairs. It was kind of like under a little table and I immediately spotted it. It's such a pretty basket. This was only $5 and it's just the perfect size. It's the best size for harvesting, so I'm going to definitely be using this for the garden. I love this find. And then the next piece that I got from the next antique store is this piece here. Look at this gorgeous vintage little kitchen towel. This is probably one of my most favorite vintage finds ever. Look at the floral on this. Oh my goodness. And it still has like the original little tag here that says it is 100% cotton, and it gives you the instructions on how to wash and dry it. So I thought that was so sweet. And it was $6. It just says vintage blue tea towel. This is just so me. I love it so much. And that was my next little find. Next, I found this vintage book. This is from 1875. It is the most beautiful color. It's called The Fortune Seeker. I just thought it was beautiful. The pages in it are super fragile, so I'm gonna try to be really careful with it, but I did want to share with you the date. It's just amazing to me when I find any books from like the 1800s and there is the copyright date. This is just such a cool old find. You all know how much I love vintage books, and this was only $5, so I thought that was an amazing deal. Look at the floral. So pretty. I can't wait to add this to my bookshelf. And then I found these prints. I found Pinky and Blue Boy again. I recently found these in my last video, but they were just in different frames. The frames on the other ones say USA, and they're a little bit of a different shape. They're more of a square shaped frame. And I put those in my kitchen. And then today I found these. They were only $15 for the pair, and these frames say made in Italy, and they're just incredible. I thought $15 for both of these was such a good deal. And again, I did just find these prints, but the frames in this set are so different from the last ones I thrifted. I think I want to put these in our bathroom. I don't know, I just thought that was just really cute, and I thought they would be pretty layered. So that is my idea behind these, but I did find Pinky and Blue Boy again, so I love those. And then I found this teeny tiny wooden rolling pin. This was only $2, and I just have no words. It's just precious, and I'm gonna add this to my little pitcher. I have a crock pitcher that is full of some of my little utensils that I thrift, so that is where this is gonna go. And then the rest of the finds in this haul are from the estate sale that we stopped at. I only got 3 things, but again, there's some really good finds. The first one, I got this in under the like $1 tent. There was a tent of a ton of items that were all $1, and I found this really beautiful gold frame in that section. The back is coming off, but I'm gonna fix it and attach that back to it, and that way I can put a picture in it. But I thought that was such a good find for $1. There were a ton of other good finds. I saw more Wexford glasses. I should have filmed. I saw some antique American flags. They were like huge. Those were really awesome. Lots of dishes. Again, I really wish I would have brought my camera or filmed, but it was so busy. It was the busiest estate sale that I have ever been to. You could just barely even walk in there, but I'm still super thankful with the finds that I was able to get, even though it was so busy. The next thing I found in there, this was like in the garage section, but it is this adorable little lamb planter. Again, I have no words. How cute is this? The color on it also is just perfect. Look at the little green paint. Oh my goodness. The little curly hair. I can't get over this find. This was only $3. They had a ton of other little vintage planters too, but this is just the only one I was really drawn to, and I was really trying to, again, be selective and find things that I knew I would use in our home. And I'm definitely going to be using this little guy, and I'm pretty sure this will stay here forever because this is just one of my most favorite thrift finds. So love that little piece, or not thrift find, but you know, antique find or estate sale find, I should say. And then the very last thing I found is this stack of dishes, and I have never seen this pattern of dishes before, but oh my goodness, they had to come home with me. They stole my heart. My husband spotted these. I cannot believe he found these. They were literally underneath a table outside in the garage, right underneath where I found this little lamb. Like underneath the table they had was this box of dishes, and it was $10. There's a little tag, $10 for this whole set. And this is what they look like. So first I'll show you the whole stack. Let me actually start with the dinner plate so you can see the design better, but that is what they look like. They are made in USA. My favorite part is the little bows. Look, the edge has all these little blue bows. How beautiful! Oh my goodness. And let's see. They say camel ivory, Cambridge, made in USA, oven proof. There is the stamp. I've never, like I said, never seen this pattern. So I had no idea really anything about these other than I just loved the design and pattern on them. And it came with 6 bowls, 4 saucers, 4 dessert plates, and 5 dinner plates. So I think $10 for all these is amazing. This is what the bowls look like, and then the little saucers are plain in the middle, and then they have the little bows on the edges. I wish it would have had the teacups. How beautiful would that have been? But that's okay. I'm still very, very happy with this set. And then here's the little like dessert plate. My idea for these is I really want to use them in my fall tablescape. When I set our fall table, I think these are the dishes I'm going to use this year. I still have my Friendly Village, and I'm gonna incorporate those like into my hutch and probably a little bit into my tablescape as well. But I just love blue with burnt orange and with those fall colors. To me, it is just so cozy. It's just so beautiful. I love it. I'll insert a little clip of what my hutch looked like last year, and how I incorporated the blue and white with the orange and the amber and everything like that. So I'm definitely going to most likely use these on our fall tablescape, and I just think it is going to be beautiful. And then I can also use them, of course, just all year round in different areas, and I love them. So that is my dish set find. Sorry, I know I talked about these forever, but I'm just so excited about this new set because it's just so different from anything I've ever found, and it's one of my favorite patterns that I have ever thrifted. So that is everything from this antique store and estate sale haul. Thank you all so much for coming along antique shopping with us today. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing all of my antique and estate sale finds. I hope that you will check out these antique stores in Cave City if you haven't been to them already, but if you ever decide to visit, definitely let me know. I would love to hear if you decide to check out the area and check out some of these beautiful shops. There's also hiking in the area at Mammoth Cave, cave tours, and just lots of really fun stuff to do right now, especially in summer. So definitely come check it out if you are near, or if you have been wanting some new places to come antique shop. Let me know in the comments below what is your favorite piece that I found and what you love the most from this haul. I hope you have a great rest of your day and your week, and I will see you all in my very next YouTube video. Bye, friends. I did really quick want to share where I put a few of the new pieces from today's video. I put my little lamb in here on my dresser with some makeup brushes, and I still can't get over this little find. How cute is he? I just love this lamb. And then I put that tiny rolling pin into this pitcher with some of my other small wooden utensils. And then I also wanted to tell you all that my very next video is gonna be a dining room refresh and decorate with me, and I'm so excited to share some fun updates in that space and decorate it together. So stay tuned for that. I hope that you all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in my very next video.